Hello subscribers and not subscribers, and welcome back to Star Trek Online. It has been a while, though of course partially that is due to me having taken a break during the holidays. Let's check and make sure that the right mission we're doing next, it appears to be, yes, the new link. The changing name Las has discovered or deceived the other changelings in his link into thinking we are exterminating them. You must convince them of the truth. Interesting. Okay. Hopefully the game won't crash on me at all, because I know the last time I had recorded these, like the last time I had recorded the last episode of Star Trek Online I had recorded, I know that I had issues with like constant crashing. It'd be great if that's fixed. We'll see. Let's go ahead and hail Commander Sarish Mina.
Has decrypted the coordinates for the new link. They designate a location in the Alpha Quadrant in the Orion system. This changeling named Lux has deceived the other changelings in his link into thinking we are exterminating them, and that we massacred the Gamma Quadrant changelings as well. You must have Naaman help you convince them of the truth.
Okay, and that is what we will try to do.
How can I help you?
Well, you can't really help me at all. At my primary mission, and I don't really have to go anywhere. It's right up here. We'll manually fly there because you can't always trust the game to take you to the right location.
The trail wears a familiar face, as infiltrators from other dimensions attempt to establish a foothold in the Bajor sector. Will the wormhole lead to the other side of the mirror? Only the prophets know what can restore the walls between worlds.
Thank you, Picard. Oh, here we go. Here's Orius 3. Let's see. The Orius system has 6 planets. Of those worlds, one is M-class. Orius 3 is uninhabited, and for decades was used by the Obsidian Order for training exercises and as a detention site. In 2371, the Order used the system as the location of a fleet intended to enter the Gamma Quadrant and attack the Founder's homeworld. The attack failed, and the Obsidian Order ships were destroyed by a Jem'Hadar counterattack. Interesting. Well, let's go ahead and begin the new link. We've arrived in the Orius system. There is an M-class planet ahead, but I'm detecting Jem'Hadar vessels in the vicinity. I doubt they will allow us to reach the planet unscathed. You're right, they probably won't.
The Jem'Hadar will not likely be interested in negotiation. I'm afraid you'll have to fight your way through.
Well, I wasn't expecting them to be willing to talk, honestly. And boy, does the planet kind of look low-res. A little more than other planets. Try and take out this ship first. Let's go ahead and reverse shield polarity so we can try and get back some of our shielding. Thinking like as soon as I finish recording this, I'm going to probably uninstall my graphics card drivers and then do a clean install of them. Because I have noticed a bit of stuttering, and it mostly happens when explosions occur. So I'm going to hopefully fix it by doing that.
best. Still, the nice thing about your radar is that you can always breathe more.
Neiman, you're kind of quiet to me, you know? And I don't think like I have my game settings set so low that he'd be that quiet. Yeah, no. Voice volume is at 75%, so he should be reasonably loud enough to still be able to be heard. But I can barely hear him myself. I have to kick up the volume of my headphones. And for all I know, it might be a little too high for my taste now. Go and balance out our shields a little bit. And full impulse. Don't let the boarding parties on. These boarding parties have shields. What is this madness? Reverse shield polarity. You know what? Put a turret down. Try and let it deal with the boarding parties. Fire on my mark. Try and continue to get power to my forward shields. There we go.
To think, the first Fortin to meet the new Link.
Good for you, Neiman. Okay, let's go and put power to shields. Try and get our shields up a little faster. If you guys don't mind. I understand our crew is damaged, but they'll live. Now all we have to do is destroy some turrets, or I guess around this orbital platform. And I'm getting a lot of these minor and major critical components and whatnot. Okay, power to weapons. Quite a few turrets here. We'll try and do a torpedo spread against them. Try and maximize the damage we do. Okay, here we go. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, it doesn't say like how many targets it'll go up against at once, so In theory, it could be possible for it to go up against pretty much all of these. Reverse shield polarity. Wasn't quite expecting there to be ships here. Spread out our shields. Attack ship's almost down, come on. There we go. Turn back around and we'll do another torpedo spread against these guys. I think I might want to climb a little bit. Because I think the torpedo spread will only fire on targets they can actually hit. So if any of these guys are hidden behind the actual outpost itself on my approach, they won't, I think it won't do any damage to them. It'll just ignore them. And fire. There we go. Took kind of a beating there. Let's try and get our shields up a little bit. Okay, disable platform. Are you ready to beam down, sir? Yes, I am. Let's go ahead and beam down. We have arrived on Aureus, sir. I'm detecting Jem'Hadar life signs. We should be on our guard. Acknowledged. Wow, what is this 10 FPS nonsense you're telling me about, game?
You have to admire the devotion of the Jem'Hadar. They never seem to tire of throwing their lives away for the Founders.
Okay, still not quite sure what this nonsense is about 10 FPS game. Okay, I do not understand what the deal is here. But for whatever reason, the game appears to be inclined to basically give me the middle finger here. Because it's looking like no matter what I put my settings onto, my FPS doesn't seem to really change at all. Oh, there we go. Well, I got it up into the 20s. Game doesn't necessarily look that bad, though I'm not a big fan of how short the view distance is. Okay, no idea why it's acting up like that though, as to why, for whatever reason, this planet, FPS tanked.
There it is. It's even more beautiful than I imagined. To think, my gods slumber below, dreaming in their link.
I will partially attribute this to probably the fact that I have an AMD CPU. And I'm not joking when I say that. I get the feeling this game is trying to use the CPU to do something that AMD CPUs are more or less incapable of effectively doing. And yeah, there's really nothing I can do about that. I don't quite have the money to spend to switch over to Intel. And I would also much prefer to wait until Zen's out at least, to see how that works out. And of course, people really don't, or if people would really like for me to be able to play this game at a more steady FPS, especially when it comes to these damn planets. I don't know what it is about the planets, but they literally tank FPS a lot more than I think they should. Come on, scan the damn thing. Scan the damn thing! Really? He didn't like that I was standing on it, apparently. But as I was saying, if people would like for me to be able to...
It's almost sacrilegious to have you here. I hope the founders will understand the necessity and forgive me.
As I was saying before Neiman here decided to interrupt, I could, of course, do that, but that would obviously require some help from you guys, primarily via Patreon, honestly. But that would give me more in the way of spending money to be able to upgrade hardware when needed and the like. And that would allow me to, of course... I didn't realize there was another guy. That would actually allow me to switch to Intel so that I could provide my videos at a higher FPS because, well, they'd be, generally speaking, a higher FPS in and of themselves. But that's not likely to happen, at least not anytime soon, without some help. But you know, so long as the FPS doesn't go all over the place, it's not that bad. I mean, hell, I'm used to playing Arma at like 14 FPS, and as long as my FPS stays steady and doesn't drop or suddenly increase drastically, I'm usually fine. And actually, there's something I had to do back here. Why didn't none of you guys tell me I had to go back here? To whoever finds this pad, know that what you are reading is an act of disobedience, and if you are reading this, I am most likely dead. We are programmed to believe that the founders are gods and infallible, but lately I have begun to question Laus's orders. Some of his explanations no longer make sense. For example, we have been monitoring the transmissions from local systems, and none of them have any mention of this crusade against the founders. One of my brothers says he went to a facility where Ketracel White is manufactured. He said there was a Vorcha there, But this Vorcha is kept almost a prisoner and does not command the Jem'Hadar there. Still, obedience brings victory, and victory is life. Who are we to question the motives of a god? And when a god lies, is it still a lie? I'm inclined to say yes.
The other Vorta are going to be so envious when they hear about this.
Neiman, I get the feeling you're just doing this because you're thinking it'll make you famous or something. Afraid that's likely not to be the case. Oh, we got a named guy here, huh? Interesting. Well, I'm assuming he's a named guy because he's not given a generic name like Jem'Hadar or something for whatever his job is. There we go. See, I can never make my character roll when I need him to roll, or at least when I want him to. But he's willing to roll when I don't need him to. Especially when it's rolling forward, but I can never get him to really roll sideways when I want him to. Okay, we are to reach the lake. Well, we're at the lake. God, you guys look hideous. I'm curious, if I could actually do this with higher settings, what would you look like? Would you look passable? Well, you would indeed look like human beings. But I can't really do that. Oh, but I can keep CPU graphics detail up, but not really video card. Okay. Video card looks like it will survive on low. Well, at least you people look human now, rather than just literal blobs.
Have you come to finish the job of exterminating a solid?
Well, I'm not here to hurt you. I'm not sure where you got that idea. But you have been deceived by Loss.
Impossible. We have linked with Loss. He is in the link as we speak. We know all that he knows.
Well then, he must have some way of deceiving you.
It is true that he awoke before us. Let us summon him to answer these charges.
We have our own witness as well.
It's true, Great One. These people are not hunting you. The Great Link remains. The Dominion has a treaty with the Alpha Quadrant species.
This creature lies. You have joined with me. You know all that I know.
Then you should have no qualms about linking.
No, these solids have poisoned your minds. I will not be forced to link by them.
Loss, where are you? Wow, you're just gonna go and kick my people around? Okay. Calling some buds to speed this up a little. You guys are still wearing the wrong damn uniforms. When is Starfleet gonna get on this? I know I got these mines here, but they don't quite seem to be doing much, if anything. Okay, Lost, if you're gonna stand still, I'm gonna throw a grenade at you. And you're, of course, gonna pull me forward, and I'm not gonna enjoy it. And you're gonna pull me forward, then kick me back. Please quit doing that. Please quit doing this. I mean, are you even really doing much damage when you grab us and pull us towards you? I don't think you are. Okay. One of these days we'll get them. Eventually. Oh, we're down to just one of our security escorts that we... Oh, never mind, we got two. I didn't see the one that was standing right in front of my face. Okay, Lost, are we gonna finish you off now? Okay, I think we got him. Yes, wonderful. Okay, changelings, you guys look absolutely terrible from back here. My God.
Although it is unfortunate we had to resort to violence to force Lost into his liquid form, we are grateful for your assistance. We shall now be able to link him and learn the whole truth of our past. If you are telling the truth, you have nothing more to fear from us. But we request that you leave us in peace. We have no interest in your kind.
Well, if you'd like to be left alone, I am happy to oblige. Although I make no promise as for other people in Starfleet. And I especially cannot say anything about the Klingons or the Romulans. But me and my crew personally, we're happy to leave you alone if that's what you want. Though I do hope in time you change your mind. But we shall respect your wishes. Okay, Neiman. Now what?
Well, it's a real pleasure knowing you. I will remain here and serve the Founders. They have been without a Vorta and have much to learn about their siblings in the Gamma Quadrant. I know the Founders may seem ungrateful to you, but what can you expect from a god? Still, you have my gratitude for whatever the gratitude of an insignificant servant is worth.
Well, safe journeys, Neiman. Yeah, beam us up. Sir, Jemadar Dreadnought warping in. They are hailing us. On screen.
Although you have slain our brothers, we have orders to allow you to leave the system. But you are never to return. And let it be known among your peoples that this system belongs to us, and you are not welcome.
Well, fear not. I shall leave you in peace, again, as I told your gods, as you referred to them. I make no guarantees for the Klingons or the Romulans. They will do whatever the hell they please. I have no control over them, and I also have no control over the rest of Starfleet, but my crew will leave you alone. Sir, I recommend we launch a beacon to warn other ships not to approach the system. I found a good location. Agreed. Lay in a course. They won't listen to my warning, I tell you that right now. They have no reason to listen to my warning. I'm just a random guy in Starfleet who holds the rank of Vice Admiral. Like half of Starfleet does, apparently. Cannibal Tribble. Wow. Didn't know Tribbles could be cannibals, but apparently they can. thought I would have had enough momentum to carry me into here. Oh, you're gonna make me stop to deploy the damn beacon, really? Okay, configure beacon. Really? You're gonna make me play that minigame? Am I ready to depart the system? Well, as long as I'm not gonna smack myself into the beacon, yes, I am happy to leave, but I'd rather not smack into the beacon we just placed. So let's turn ourselves off to the side a little. I think that's good enough. Okay, depart system. Yes. Fairly short episode, but I'm gonna end it here, honestly.
Congratulations. You have defeated the true way and made peace with the Alpha Changelings. I have transmitted messages to the major powers of the galaxy, advising them to avoid the Orion system. I have one final request for you. Please return to DS9 at your convenience, so that I may thank you personally.
Okay, I'll try to remember to actually head to DS9 to accept your quest. Your next one, at least. Let's see, what to get? I don't think you have any real decent stuff that I care for here. I mean, it's certainly probably better than what I have. Let's see, this is a plasma bank. You're giving me Tetrion. And this is also, yeah, that's another Tetrion. Let's see. Are these mines actually going to be that much better than the current ones I have? Well, they do quite a bit more damage. They have a 33% chance to significantly reduce flight speed and turn rate for 10.8 seconds and a plus 4% to critical severity. But they do not have any bonus shield penetration. So these will do absolutely no damage whatsoever if they hit a shield. But I guess it's a bonus, they inherently do more damage. So, okay. I suppose those are probably my best interest to grab. And I don't care for the mine launchers, and I don't really want to go with... Not a big fan of dual beam banks, personally. Just because they have, well, a 90-degree firing arc. I kind of like the 250s and whatnot. Kind of prefer the 250s a lot more. I think there's some here that have like only 180. So we're gonna go with a torpedo launcher. Slap that on our ship and call it a job well done. I need to replace this console with something worthwhile. Let's see, we are on our way to rank 3 Starship Mastery, which will give us bonus or increased damage resistance against all energy damage and radiation damage. Plus 25%. Or not 25%, but plus 25 rating. And then the last one is going to be Armored Hull. Increased hull hit points by 10%. That seems decent. Though in reality, in comparison to actual tier 6 ships, it's probably not that great. But for a tier 5, that seems quite nice. Either way, that's going to be it for this episode. As always, like, favorite, comment, subscribe, share, and I will see you guys next time. Now, those guys in maintenance. Yes, they are. Damn. Okay. But yeah, as I was saying, I will see you guys next time. As always, like, favorite, comment, subscribe, share, and I will see you guys then. Get these. Try and find these last couple of people to throw missions into. That way they're at least doing something. But I would like to have some longer missions here, because I will not be touching this character again for about a week. Essentially until the next episode. I don't see anything else. Oh, here we go. I can always trust my doctor to have missions for me. But as I was saying, I will see you guys next time. Goodbye, and at least for now I can kick back up render quality. But I will see you guys next time. Goodbye and farewell.